What's good, Commanders fans? I just wanted to bring you guys 5 candidates for breakout players or 5 players that I think will have a breakout season for the Commanders. Um, I think I did this last year too, so I just wanted to look at guys. So one guy that I really thought broke out last year was Derek Forrest. So that's just an example right there. Derek Forrest, man, with Landon Collins, not being brought back, being released, I thought that opened up an opportunity for Derek Forrest. So I'm gonna just go over examples like that. Now, the first guy I have on the list, I'm not gonna put Sam Howell on there. A lot of media sites, a lot of national media is saying that Sam Howell could be a breakout guy, even though a lot of the national media has been low on him. But I've seen a lot of people say Sam Howell, but I'm not gonna say him because to me, I'm not gonna say this is his rookie year, but he's only had one start. I'm looking at guys that have played in games. They've had okay games, but you just see the kind of the potential there. You see the potential there, and I think they're finally gonna hit their not their full potential, but I think they're gonna break out and have even better seasons than what they had last year. So to me, Sam Howell is not eligible for this list to me personally. First on my list is Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson played in how many games last year? He didn't even play that many games, and he was still leading all rookies in touchdowns for a long time. This guy was a touchdown machine. Like right out the gate against the Jags, had 2 touchdowns. The way he got open in the red zone, we needed that in some of the games that he was out. You look at the Giants game, how well he played, the spin move for the touchdown, that huge catch on Sunday Night Football as well that he had. This guy was just super impactful as a rookie. A lot of people said we drafted him too high, but I was like, man, I've seen this guy play before. I was like, this guy's a real deal. He's got hands, catch radius, all this, quick feet, can get open, shifty, can make guys miss in a phone booth as well. And I think he's been an excellent compliment to Terry McLaurin. The trio of him and Curtis and Terry, I think we have a legitimate trio of wide receivers, a really, really good trio of wide receivers. So I think Jahan Dotson is definitely going to break out, man. He's capable of having a 1,000-yard season very easily with better quarterback play. You saw the Dallas game, even though he had a drop, he still had a darn good game with Sam Howell. You saw Sam Howell lead him on a slant pass, have a beautiful, nice comeback route for Jahan Dotson, just showing off the hands. Um, the 2 Giants games, he impressed me in the last game of the season against the Dallas Cowboys. He had a good game against the Niners too, man. He had a really nice catch in the first Cowboys game where he just showed how good of a red zone target he was. He had a couple drops in that Niners game too, but he had a huge catch from Taylor Heinicke as well. He had 9 catches, 76 yards. Now you just look at some of the advanced stats and some of the numbers for Jahan Dotson. He had a 78.9% success rate versus press man coverage, and that was the knock on him coming out of college, is that he was only really a good zone, only good at finding the open spots against zone, that he's not good against press, he's not good against physicality. So he debunked those notions or those bad scouting reports about Jahan. He was able to get past press and physical receivers. He was still able to get open and beat those guys to get open. He was also in the 87th percentile. He had an 80% success rate versus zone as well. And you look at this metric chart as well. All his routes, he was just a good route runner. Whatever route that they asked him to do, he was really good at it. 83% in corner routes success rate, 80% success rate in post routes, 82% dig routes, 86% in curl routes. So this guy, he's a heck of a football player. And I think Ron Rivera, he made a really good pick in picking Jahan Dotson at 16. So I definitely have him having a breakout season with Sam Howell, just the arm strength leading him down the field. I think Jahan Dotson's going to have a heck of a season. I think we're going to have a season with 2 1,000-yard receivers, which we haven't had in a couple years, which is going to be really fun to see. Next guy on the list for me, I have Brian Robinson. Man, if he doesn't get shot, man, he has 1,000 yards on the field for sure. And then you got Eric Bieniemy, a great running backs coach, a potentially awesome, excellent offensive coordinator coming in. You look what Eric Bieniemy has done with running backs. Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt. You just name many running backs that he's done a good job with. I'm blanking on Jamal Charles. Jamal Charles always talks about a great job that Eric Bieniemy has done as a running backs coach or offensive coordinator. Adrian Peterson as a running backs coach. So Eric Bieniemy has done a great job with running backs. He's been somewhat of a running backs whisperer. Jerick McKinnon, he's been able to do a good job with Jerick McKinnon. So I think the same is going to happen with B-Rob. B-Rob is a tough runner, tough yards. Doesn't hit a lot of home runs, but he gets the yards that you need. He pushes the pile forward. 3rd and 1, you put him in there. 4th and 1, you put him in there. He's just a dog, man. To be able to get shot and survive and play the way that he played. You think about the goal line against the Eagles on Monday Night Football, where he just carried someone on his back and then put the ball out and still got that touchdown. So it was just more carries and more opportunities and being healthy. I think he's going to have a great season. And then I looked at this number too against the Giants as well in that Sunday Night Football game. Big reason why we lost is because we didn't give him the football down the stretch. Like, he was averaging 7.8 yards per carry, 7.4 yards per carry in that game, and he only got 4 touches in the second half. That is a crime, and that was on Scott Turner not getting B-Rob the football. He had 89 yards off of 12 carries against the Giants on Sunday Night Football. How do you not give that man the football? And then the game before, they had 21 carries for 96 yards. Against Atlanta, he had 18 catches for 105 yards. And I think he's an underrated guy catching the football out of the backfield. You look at the Falcons game, that truck stick, that got me out of my seat. He's just a physical, tough runner. The more he gets the ball, the better he gets. I just want to see some of that home run hitting ability. And that's not really his game. It's just tough yards after tough yards. The Eagles game on Monday Night Football, how he just kept churning and running the clock. Ugly, nasty, dirty football is what I love from Brian Robinson. So he had some good games against Green Bay, 20 carries for 73 yards, 24 carries against the Browns with 87 yards. So he had some pretty big games for Washington Commanders, 797 yards on the season. And how many touchdowns he had? He had 2 touchdowns rushing and 1 touchdown receiving. And he was the highest graded offensive running back, rookie offensive running back. It was between him and Tyler Algier for the Atlanta Falcons. So next on the list quickly is Cole Turner. Had a disappointing season, didn't play many games, but he had 10 touchdowns as a senior, man. 6'7", just a huge target, huge red zone target, man. Has great hands as well. I want to see more targets for him, and he just has to stay healthy. Now, Ron Rivera said that he likes the tight end group. I thought they should have drafted a tight end. I thought they should have at least brought in an undrafted free agent. But Ron Rivera really believes in his group, and I believe in Cole Turner. I still do. I still have a lot of faith in him, man. And I was really big on him. He had a great training camp, great OTAs. He looked like he could be tight end 1 and be that red zone target and that red zone threat. We really, really struggled in the red zone. So I really think Cole Turner has an opportunity to take that rookie leap, that second-year leap, and have a breakout season for sure, man. I like him a lot. Doesn't give you a lot after the catch, but I was a fan favorite of him coming out of college, watching his Nevada tape, then watching him, just hearing about him in training camp and just, how he was doing, taking reps with the ones, playing really well while Logan Thomas wasn't there. I was really excited for Cole Turner. Another guy is Ben St. Juste, man. If you watch the interview with him and Julie Donaldson, he said he wants to have an all-pro season. So he has lofty goals for himself. Had a couple good games. You look at the game against Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson got the better of him at sometimes. But sometimes, man, Ben St. Juste did a really good job. Had some deflections. I thought there was a phantom penalty call that they called against him where he had that would have been his first interception as an NFL player. They took that away from him. That would have been a pick 6. So that was really upsetting, but he did a good job against Justin Jefferson. I thought he did a good job against A.J. Brown, especially on Monday Night Football, where he just messed with A.J. Brown's hands and got the ball out. We got an interception after that play. He had some really good games. You look at his numbers as well. Ben St. Juste, man, you look at his advanced stats as well on Pro Football Reference. I got to pull it up here. But the completion percentage he allowed, he improved in that. He only gave I'm pulling it up right now. He only gave up a 47% completion percentage, and he only gave up 87.1 quarterback rating as well. So he did a really good job, man. He had 2 sacks as well. Good tackler, very physical. Had to play in the nickel, had to play in the slot, had to play on the outside. The only thing is that we brought in another corner in Emmanuel Forbes. So it could be Kendall starting and Emmanuel Forbes starting, and then in the slot it could be Quan Martin. So, how much snaps are these guys going to get? We have a lot of depth, which we needed. But he's got to stay healthy. His rookie season had a concussion, had a couple injuries last year. Played in 12 games, which is not great, not bad. Missed 5 games. So he's just got to stay healthy, man. But he has the physical tools. He has the physicality. He's a physical corner, man. Doesn't create turnovers. I would like to see him force some turnovers and catch some interceptions. Just has to have that knack of making plays. But I think Ben St. Juste definitely could take a leap. But it just depends on how many snaps he's going to get, who's going to be out there at the same time with bringing in Emmanuel Forbes and Quan Martin. It's just kind of a little murky and a little muddy right now how many snaps these corners are going to get. So 5th on the list, it's just a toss-up, man. I have so many guys on there. I'm taking a look at Chris Paul, man, because he might start at the left guard position, man. He really might. I'm taking a look at Percy Butler as well, if he can get some playing time. I thought he played really well in that Dallas game. Of course, Khalil Hudson, the linebacker, he's always a guy that you look at like, man, is this guy finally going to play? Is he finally going to break out? Ron Rivera didn't draft any linebackers. I think he only brought in like one UDFA linebacker, if that. I don't think Ron signed any UDFA linebackers at all, but he did bring in a guy from the XFL for a minicamp tryout. So can Khalil Hudson get some playing time, man? He looked really good flying around in that Dallas game, the last game of the year. If there's any guys that you think about, just let me know. Fadarian Mathis, he didn't play in a lot of games either, so he can make the list. Jamin Davis is about time he breaks out. I thought he had a good season last year. I think Jamin Davis, you could throw him on the list too. But like I said, I got Khalil Hudson on the list as well as potential breakout candidates. So that is 5 right there and a couple honorable mention. Just looking at our depth chart, You guys let me know. Sam Cosmi, can he break out playing it at right guard instead of at right tackle? So those are the guys on the list for me. So you guys let me know if I left anybody out. Hail to Commanders. Have a good weekend. Peace.